Welcome back, everybody.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
We got the Beatles. Yeah. Brand new song from the Beatles.
Their final song.
The final Beatles song. That's what it's been dubbed, Now and Then. This has just been released. And so we're excited to check it out and get to experience some history because there's been nothing released from the Beatles in a very long time. And this track in itself, we were reading, it's taken like 30 years to put it together.
Yeah, they had some complications, but with a new age technology, they got it figured out.
Yeah, and so it's been an ongoing work in progress. And in this song, apparently it takes John Lennon's vocal from like 1980 that they were able to extract on the track and you know, put it by itself, which was a problem before, and there were some hum related issues on the recording. But now with the use of technology, they've been able to extract his vocal. And then they started working on this in the 90s, but George Harrison wasn't too fond of it because the quality of the track wasn't all that great. So they started working on it, but they didn't finish it. But he had started working on some guitar work at that point in time. He just never finished it. So they've taken John's vocal, they've got George's guitar work, and then now they're going to add, Paul and Ringo are going to add their backing tracks and some vocals. And some vocals, I think, as well, is what the expectation that we were reading is. So, which is very cool. We're getting to check out the music video as well. So they put together a music video for this.
Neat. And I think they said Peter Jackson directed this.
Yeah, and that was from the Get Back. He had the Get Back Beatles thing. We watched a little bit of that as well, right?
We watched most of it.
Yeah. So. You know, it's cool that we're getting to reminisce. And, you know, we also saw that there was a short film related to this. I don't really know what that is. It was like 12 minutes long. But maybe if you guys want us to react to that, we can do so as well. But we figured, you know, let's jump on this track and see what it's all about. Because, you know, I know the Beatles. I've grown up listening to them when I was a kid because my dad had listened to the Beatles a lot. And my mom, obviously, as well. And so he was, you know, we had Beatles pictures and photography all over the house everywhere. And
you guys, they have a picture in their living room of the Beatles.
And little figurines of the Beatles as well. So I'm really familiar with them. I'm not, you know, I don't know everything in their catalog. There's definitely stuff. We tried to upload Helter Skelter. The thing about the Beatles is that a lot of the stuff gets copyrighted. That's another thing that I'm excited about with this one, is that we caught wind that this wasn't going to be an issue for the copyright purposes. And also, before I forget, Rob, same person, thank you so much for letting us know about this song. He actually sent us an email and said, you know, the Beatles are got a new song out. So thank you for that. But anyways, I was just saying that I did Helter Skelter. I was actually going to release that on my own without Sam. Did that one on my own, and they blocked it. I couldn't upload it. But that was a song I wasn't familiar with from the Beatles. Now,
so anyways, you had never heard.
Enough about me. Sam, you don't know a whole lot about the Beatles. You've heard a couple of songs, right?
Yeah, all I know is what I hear when I hang out with Phil's family. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and
I think we sat down and listened to an album one day a while ago, or at Christmas, and went through that cool little book. That's about it.
Yeah, I think it was the John Lennon album.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, it wasn't the Beatles. It was John Lennon's solo work. Okay. So, but we did help. That one's still up on the channel, thankfully. And we did a couple other ones, got taken down. So anyways, Sam is new to the Beatles. So this will be fun for her as well, because she gets to experience some new old Beatles at the same time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You're excited?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Let's get it going.
One, two, three.
I know it's true. It's all because of you.
Goosebumps already.
And if I make it through, it's all because of you. And now and then, if we must start
This is so good.
It's hard for me to know like what piece is coming from what person because I don't really know their vocals and stuff, like the sound of it.
So John's got the main vocal throughout,
Okay.
and then Paul's
There's some
harmonizing
backing. Okay.
with John throughout. Ringo's playing the drums and doing
Yeah.
the drum portion, and then they're showing clips, right? So that obviously
Yeah, I was gonna say the video is really cool too.
yeah. So they're meshing old
With new, yeah.
with the new, which is really, really cool to see. It's also, I got goosebumps right away, and it's also like it's a bittersweet feeling for me watching this because it makes me sad on one hand watching it because like they're done. I think it's one of those things where you kind of like you forgot.
Yeah.
You're kind of reminiscing on the fact that they're done.
Yeah.
And the fact that John, passed away and George passed away and how old Ringo and Paul are.
Yeah.
So for me, it's probably not as impactful, I think, as maybe even some other people watching this. My dad, for example, if he watched this, the nostalgic feelings that you
Yes,
probably
for
get
sure.
from watching it and this bittersweet feeling of listening to this song that's so good. It's so great.
It sounds amazing.
It's awesome. The quality sounds awesome.
Yeah.
From John's vocal, what they did with it.
Yeah,
sounds
yeah, how they extracted
great.
that, yeah.
I love the instrumentation throughout, and it really does feel like a Beatles song to me. Like you said, you're not too familiar with it.
But from the stuff that I have heard, I could totally see how this like fits in with that niche of that sound.
Yeah, and it's great as well because you have this real high quality version of a Beatles song for the first time. In a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, because it's been how many, like what, 30, 40 years since they released
Oh, yeah.
anything?
So
Like,
it's been a really, really long time. So it's like I said, just kind of bittersweet, nostalgic. I got goosebumps right away as soon as I heard John's voice come in. And that's where, like I said, that almost sad feeling drops in for a second
Yeah.
because you're like, oh yeah, no, he's passed away.
Yeah.
And he was such a legendary figure at the same
yeah.
time.
Yeah, like you said, you almost like forget because it's been so long.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I'm
Crazy.
loving this song though. It's very,
Yeah,
it's-
it sounds awesome.
and the experience. It's just, like I said, one of those, it's like you don't know if you're happy or you're sad watching it.
Yeah, for sure. I could see how you would feel that way. And I think that the video is really cool too. Like you said, this blend of like old images of all of them, but then also mixed with this image of like them as the two of them as older, mixed with also at the same time the other two of them younger, which is cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, we'll rewind it a little bit and let it play out. We won't stop it again.
One way I know you'll never stay. Now and then I miss you. Oh, now and then I want you to be there for me. I know it's true. It's all because of you. And if I make it through, it's all because of you.
Really a beautiful song.
I think that it was cool because even the lyrics, even though this was written like a long time ago, a lot of it even kind of corresponds with, you know, this like weird feeling of you saying of them being gone, because they're talking about like, now and then I miss you, now and then I want you to be there for me, but it's almost like they can't be because they're not here anymore, right? So
Well,
it's
I think that's
weird.
what was interesting about watching it as well, right? Because it was almost like they were referring to themselves.
Yeah.
You know, when they were discussing the lyrics in the song, but with the visuals as well, you
Yeah.
know, kind of traveling back in time now and then, you know,
Yeah.
where we are now versus, you know, then.
Yeah.
But, you know, John, I think, was known for writing a love song. So when he wrote it, he was, you know, probably discussing something different. But like you said,
Yeah.
what the meaning, how it represents today
Yeah.
is vastly different. And the way they put this together was great to represent that and reflect
Like
that.
them as a group.
Yeah, and it was,
Yeah.
again, like I was just like almost like not wanting the song to end,
Yeah.
you know, because you know that's going to be the last one,
Yeah, for sure.
right? Unless
Yeah.
they've got something in the vault somewhere.
Something up the sleeve. It's also really interesting for me to see all the imagery, like all those pictures of them when they were younger. Because I think for me, like most of the imagery I've seen of John Lennon is from when he had like the really long hair.
Right.
So all these pictures of him with like short, or videos of him with shorter hair, I'm like,
Right.
is that even, like, is that even him?
Well, except for in the Help video that we did, they all had the short hair.
Yeah, that was
right?
like in the like way back. But like I think just like when I say like me on my own, like
Yeah.
imagery I've seen of him, like in that book that we were looking at, and then just stuff I've seen of him like on the internet and stuff, movies, whatever. He always had like the long hair, so I almost like didn't recognize him. I was like, hey, wait.
Actually, that reminds me too. We don't have the Help video up. It's Twist and Shout that we still have up on the channel. The
Yes.
Help one got taken down.
Yes.
We have the live performance of Twist and Shout on
Yeah, where
there.
they're like all the people are
Yeah, they're
screaming.
going crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, like you said, the visuals were cool. I love the song. I love the orchestral elements that
Yeah.
it had. Added so much vibrance. It felt so vibrant. That's why I said beautiful, because
Yeah,
that's
it
what
is
it really
very
felt
beautiful.
like. You know, it also, I think, you know, they showed some of the visuals of them recording it, and they clearly put a lot of effort into that.
yeah.
We talked about how much time it's taken to put this together.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm happy that it came out well. Hopefully it's getting well received, because I think it deserves so. I think the harmonies were great. Like I said, the quality was great. The way they were able to use some of the elements from each original Beatle in there, you know.
yeah.
And I think, you know, the instruments wise, other than the orchestral elements, I think we saw Paul playing the bass in there, the piano. I don't know if that was representative of John's original track or not. Like I said, the harmonies sounded great. Then they added the electric guitar elements. So really, really cool the way they put this all together. It was awesome.
Yeah, and I think the cool thing about the video too is that like you've always told me that they've kind of been known for just like getting together and like having a good time together. And I think they brought some of that like laid back comedic like fun into the video when they had like the point of like where one of them's up at the front, like making
Yeah.
like, you know, with the orchestra and like all that kind of stuff, and like behind when he was standing, like young Paul was standing behind old Paul and like stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
so
I
they
think-
still had some fun with it.
I think that's just their personality and why so many people love them, right? I
Yeah.
wish I could bottle up what we just saw in that video, put it in a bottle and drink it back, and you know,
Yeah.
encapsulate whatever they have. That aura that they had was
Yeah.
great. So anyways, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed our reaction. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the song as well. I'll be putting this one on my playlist. I don't know, maybe my dad hasn't even heard it yet. Maybe I've heard a Beatles song before my dad did. That would be wild, right?
Yeah. You're gonna be
anyways.
unschooling him on this one.
Yeah, that would be a shocker. We'll let you know about that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed our reaction. Remember, hit the like button, leave us a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We got lots of great content between music, sports, and comedy. So this is the place to be if you enjoy all that stuff. This channel has grown to 100,000 subscribers
Yeah.
very, very quickly.
Thank you
Maybe
so
not
much,
there.
guys.
Maybe not there just yet.
Almost,
but
though.
we're
Around the
almost
corner.
there, within a year. So you got to get on that wagon.
Yes.
Hopefully you do, and we'll see you in our next one.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.